So I approach compassion from both an individual and class level. And the individual level, I recognize that students were dealing with more than just the pandemic, particularly our Black, Indigenous, and people of color students. I tried to hold space for students who wanted to talk individually, either in person before or after class, or via my office hours, which I've been having entirely over video conferencing for additional safety, and so that we can see all of each other's faces. At the class level, I've been acknowledging and not ignoring events outside the classroom. I have an example of that on the next slide. And I've also been really honest with them and tried to self-disclose that I am a work in progress in terms of my role as an ally. So this is an example of an announcement I sent to my class on the day of the attacks on the Capitol. As you can see, I was so into things that I have some typos, but I also didn't mince words. And I just recognized that some of them weren't going to be able to work. And so they had my permission to turn in any comments or thoughts they were having instead of their assignments. But if doing the assignments would actually be helpful, they could do that. And then the next day I opened up the class to talk about it. My class was about half students of color. Every single person spoke that day, and those were on Zoom with their cameras off. These are some of the comments I got from students here as well. The middle one is the one that really resonates with me the most, that I'm making the students feel like they personally matter as a person and not just a student. And I'm not going to read this whole thing, but this is actually from a letter of recommendation one of my students wrote me, and it was very, very touching. It's actually hard for me not to get emotional reading it. She doesn't even know that after this was, we had a student die by suicide, and this student was close to the student who passed. She doesn't even know that after his passing, there were days I did not want to be bothered with any type of class, yet her love and warmth that she had filled her class with gave me the extra push I needed for that day. We never know how much we're helping someone in the smallest ways.